So when we left off last time, I put this back to factory settings, factory defaults, and I also disconnected the battery, just as an experiment. So this is part one of the experiment. I'll do the other bit later in a minute or two. But how fast does it start up, and does it lose its settings when you've turned the battery off? So I'm going to turn it on now. Oh, no, I'm not going to put the switch on first. There we go. So that's it. Ignition's on. Powered by Android. How long does it take to boot up? I'll have to be careful because I might have to press the button to cut the volume out. Android. And 2. And it should go to music, because that was the last one I was looking at. There. So that wasn't all that long. That wasn't long at all. So the next part of the experiment is, I haven't got on here any other settings. This is the Toto settings. Look, it's just a bit sort of plain, and you know, you've got your apps and stuff like this here. You know, you've got all sorts of stuff, and your bookmarks and things like this. So it has actually kept a lot of stuff in there. But what about my own data for, how do we say, Wi-Fi and my phone and things like that? Will it keep it? Because look, you see the clock's gone to 10 o'clock. Well, it's out. Look, because it's 11, and I know what that is. That is because it's set to a different time zone. I wonder if I can work that out. Can we do that here while we're here? General. Where can it do time? Users in the system. Date and time. Wait a minute. Central Daylight Time. Region, United States time zone. Click on that, and we want New York. That's it. See, the clock's changed to 11. That was easy, wasn't it? Now, what if we turn it off again and turn it back on again? Let's see what happens then. Right, so I've left it about 30 seconds. I'll turn it back on. Instead of using the ignition switch, I'll just hit the main battery switch. Put it back on again. Get ready for this, because this will probably start up on the radio, on the MP3 player again. I tell you something, even after a sort of a cold boot, it's still faster than the Harris one. Because I've had a cunning plan if this works. Right. See, now it's gone to 20. Oh, wait a minute, it's 2042. Is that going to change? Because it hasn't. I don't think it's reading the satellites, the GPS. Oh, 10:02. So it's when you've turned the power off, it loses the clock. That's interesting, isn't it? But there again, well, it's easy to change. But all I'm thinking about is that instead of turning the power on and off, on this car, on this vehicle, I've got central locking and an alarm, for what it's worth. The central locking's pretty nifty, but if I disconnect the battery all the time, it's not going to work my central locking. So I thought to myself, I've got a switch here. Is it that one? I've got an on-off switch somewhere, but I've got an on and off switch. I could turn that to an on-off switch and just isolate just the radio. I don't know, but like I say, if I put my details in, is it going to erase all those as well? I don't know. Oh, Stevie Wonder. Right. Let's see. One here. So if I hit this here, let's move that out of the way. Connecting, pair and connect. pair. What happens here? There you go. It's got my phone battery here. There's my phone and state of charge. Isn't that clever? That's quick, isn't it? That's what you like. So it doesn't really matter about that. Let's have a look at putting my Google details in and see what happens when I turn the power off. So I've been playing around with this head unit and disconnecting the power is not a good idea. Although putting your phone in is quite quick, when you want your Google account and bits and pieces like this, it is a pain. I was also going to show you how to put a different launcher in, but I found out sometimes with this CarWeb Guru it cuts the sound off on this unit, and I don't know what the fault is. It's the same file as I use on my Yaris, and I don't have a problem with that one, but I do have with this one. So this is the standard Toto. This is what you're going to get as your radio. Is it going to work? This is Canadian radio. Boring.
No, and so while not having it would definitely change the app, and it might feel like something loosely.
So if you want
of like Twitter and
YouTube
now,
on,
maybe not so
there you
extreme,
go. You can get
that's like a
Country Matters. The screen's quite good if you want to watch videos as you're driving to keep the charge, because like I say, look, you see it's on what, 4 bars, but if I go to start this, we'll turn this off and we'll start it. Where's the bloody key? It's this one, isn't it? So if I turn it off and wait for the glow plug and see how long it takes us, still enough power to start it. That's not a problem at all. So, but it is down on power, on volts. And of course what happens now is it starts this off. Now the power's gone off, it's rebooting again. Oh, wait a minute, I'll turn this off here. There you go. So it's going to go on to Google Maps. It's quite quick, I must admit. There you go. There's a little blue dot, that's where I am. There you go, there's my Britannica. So if you ever want to find me, come down the 410 and just turn that way and into town and you're there. I think it's good. Oh, one last thing I forgot to tell you. Watch this. I was telling you about it in the first video. Put it into reverse. And oh, have I got the, oh, there you go. That's it. Now you can see there's my tow ball. There, because my tow ball is actually under the truck, under the bed, so it makes it very difficult to see. And that's the back wall of my building. So if you want to reverse up and put a trailer on there, that's okay. And because this is a pickup, I've got plenty of visibility out the mirrors and the back window, so it's not a real big deal for me. So I do like it. I do like it, but there's so much stuff on there, you know, that you'll I don't know, DVR camera, I don't know what that is. You can change all the icons about, move them around to wherever you want. Half of these things I do not know what they do. File manager is where you could put all your bits and pieces. There's CarWeb Guru there, look, it's still there, it doesn't go away. That's interesting, isn't it? But it does has a problem of cutting the sound off. I don't know. It's really interesting, isn't it? Now this is what I was saying earlier about hitting this little return button at the top. It's kind of difficult. DAB, live chat camera. It's in here. Settings, Spotify. Never use that. Steering wheel control setup. Don't use that. Pandora. I don't know what the hell that is. Navigation. I only go to the liquor store and the supermarket. Voice search, YouTube. It's got a lot of tyre pressure monitoring system. I just go out and give them a kick. I don't know about you. I tell you what. Let me get my clamp meter out. Ooh, and see how much current this is pulling out. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? So this is the next day, and I've got my clamp meter set to DC, set to 0. It doesn't really go completely to 0, but the truck's been left overnight the Ototo's, you know, the head unit is programmed to my settings and things like this, and nothing's changed. So we'll see how much draw is coming off this unit, and the whole car actually, because we're going to clamp it around here. So it's 0.05957. That's not much at all, is it? It's negligible, considering it's a radio with a memory. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it onto the first click, so that unit starts up on. Is it going to start there? Did you see it flash up? Now we can see this has gone up to 0.8 of an amp. We didn't want that on. So that's it working. Now, watch what happens when I turn it off. So there it is, it's on maps, look, that's where we left it off yesterday. I forgot to turn the music off. Now we'll turn the key off and watch it go down. Well, we won't watch it all the time because it's pretty boring, but you can see it's discharging. And it should discharge back to where it was. Well, it did this morning when I first did this. So I think that everything's normal. I think it's because I've been running this car, moving it around in and out the garage without getting a chance for it to charge up. But it is going down, look, slowly. And it should go back to zero, well, to where it was when we first started it. Yeah, look, see? There, did you see a big jump there where something switched off? There. 0.04 of an amp. So, I don't think there's anything to worry about, chaps. Now, there is one concern I was thinking about last night. Now, if you have to disconnect your battery to do some welding, or you want to change your battery, then you're going to lose all your settings in here. So would it be a wise thing to put a power pack into the car whilst you disconnect your battery? You know, through here? Well, I've got a power pack. Let's try it. Okay, so back onto this again. I've set the meter to almost, I've set it to 0, but it'll never really go to 0. I've got a power pack here, which has conveniently switched it off, and after about half an hour I actually found a USB cable. So let's see if we can fit that into there. That thing goes bonkers. Look at that. Doesn't like that. What's going on there? Exhaust gas. Well, we won't worry about that. But if we turn this, take this, oh, it's gone back to 0 now. So if we take this battery off here, all right, we should have actually lost all charge. So if we put that back on, and then we take this out, turn the ignition on, that's gone back to normal, so that's good. Oh, we'll have to remember to put our finger across here. Did it keep my settings? Yes, I think so. No, I don't want that. I want it going to a home screen. Oh, there we are. It's got my Wi-Fi up there. Settings. Wi-Fi. Yeah, it's got my Wi-Fi there, so that's... Check password and try again. I have two Wi-Fi things. The booster. Yeah. It's not picking up the booster password, but it's got my main one there. My phone is upstairs. What about the clock? 9:10, it lost the clock, look. Isn't that interesting? It lost the clock. System. Date and time. Yeah, it's changed it back to central time. time zone. New York. Oh, fuck. Get on there. Oh, it's gone to Chicago now. That's lovely. New York. That's it. Yeah, 11 minutes past 10. So what else did it change? Did it change my Google? Did it lose it? Am I backing up the wrong tree again? What are we looking for? Chrome. Yeah, it lost it. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, I'm in. No, it didn't. It kept my settings. Oh, that's good. So that's a little benefit. So you can disconnect it, but put some power back into it. And it just lost the clock for some reason. I wonder if that's on a different circuit. Now, after all that messing about, what's the clamp meter doing? So the ignition's on now. It's probably 1.8 amps for everything. So everything's on 1.8 amps. It's not too bad. I'm sorry it's a bit of a haphazard video, but I'm all blocked up with cold again. I'm just trying to work out how we can keep the settings and disconnect the battery. So I think we'll wrap that up. Yes, you can do it. Perhaps my setup isn't the best, but it's saved me putting all the Google passwords in, my Wi-Fi stuff and stuff like that. If it's just a matter of changing the clock, big deal. Alright, so we'll wrap that video up there.